So dear students, continuing our previous topic of quantum mechanics, illustrations of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So the first illustration that we have completed in our previous lecture is gamma ray microscope, and we studied that gamma ray microscope is following the Heisenberg uncertainty principle when the incoming gamma ray interacts with the electron. So second illustration, diffraction of electrons by a single slit. Diffraction of electrons by a single slit. So the diffraction phenomena you might have studied in 10+2. So this is a single slit whose width we supposed is equal to delta x, and this is the electron beam that is incident on the single slit. So what happens when the electron passes through the aperture? It gets diffracted. Suppose this is the screen. The diffraction of the electron takes place in this way. This is the mean position. So electron can be diffracted this way, or this way. Let this angle is theta. We plot the diffraction pattern of the electron by the single slit. It will be like this. So this is the central maxima of the diffraction pattern. This is first secondary minima, first secondary maxima, second secondary minima, second secondary maxima of the diffraction pattern. At this point, suppose P is the momentum of the electron traveling in this direction. So as this is also a symmetrical direction, so momentum of the particle will be also P at an angle theta with the axis. So as we have studied in the lower classes, for first minima in the diffraction pattern, delta x sine theta, it is equal to lambda. So delta x, it is equal to lambda over sine theta, equal to 1. Mark this as equation number 1. So this condition is the condition that you have studied in 10+2 for formation of secondary minima. Here theta is the angle of diffraction for first minima and delta x, which is a slit width. Earlier we supposed, now it can be assumed to be the uncertainty in the position of electron. So now we come to this portion of the diagram. Electron moves with momentum p in this direction, also moves diffracted along this direction. This angle is theta, this angle is also theta. So p will be having two components, p cos theta this way, p sin theta this way. For this momentum vector also it will be having two components, p cos theta, p sin theta. For this momentum vector, as this is along negative y-axis, you can write here minus p. So uncertainty in the measurement of momentum. Of electron can be obtained as delta p. It is p sin theta minus p sin theta, because for these two components, as they are equal, so when we subtract them, their contribution will be 0. So delta p will be due to this component and this component of the momentum, it will be 2p sin theta. So multiply equation number 1 and equation number 2. It is lambda over sin theta, 2p sin theta. Sin theta cancels out. According to de Broglie relation, lambda is equal to h over p. So h over p into 2p. So it is 2h. So simply it can also be written like this. So this is nothing but Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So what we conclude is that diffraction of electron by a single slit is also following the Heisenberg uncertainty relation. Next illustration is non-existence of the electron in the nucleus. So one very curious question exists, that why the electron cannot exist in the nucleus? Because the nucleus, it contains two particles, neutrons and protons. Electrons are revolving around it. So we say electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. But during beta decay, beta particle, which is an electron, it comes out of the nucleus. but electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. So what is the possible answer for this? Heisenberg uncertainty principle also supports this fact that electron cannot reside inside the nucleus. So now we will find to resolve this matter. Size of nucleus, it is of the order of 10 raised to power minus 14 meter. So we can suppose this be equivalent to uncertainty in position. So we can say uncertainty in position of the electron if it is available within the nucleus. We can suppose this uncertainty equivalent to 10 raised to power minus 14 meter. According to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, so delta P so we can write h cut is h over 2 pi. So delta P can be found to be equal to uncertainty in position. So uncertainty in a linear momentum comes out to be 1.05 10 raised to power minus 20 kilogram meter per second. So the minimum possible value of momentum will be we can assume this total uncertainty as equivalent to minimum value of momentum, that the whole value is equivalent to the uncertainty in momentum. So the energy of the electron is given by, if this is the value of momentum, then energy of electron is given as, for the energy we use Einstein relativistic relation, P square C square plus m naught square C the power 4. Here this, it is very less, so this part can be neglected. So we can assume it is equivalent to P square C square, which is Pc. So 1.05 10 raised to power minus 20 into 3 into 10 raised to power 8. So this value comes out to be 3.15 10 raised to power minus 12 joule. In MeV, if we convert it into MeV, then we will have to divide it 1.6 10 raised to power minus 13. So approximate value of energy comes out to be 20 MeV. But in beta decay, electrons comes out with energy of the order of 3 to 5 MeV. So if we suppose our electron is residing inside the nucleus, it should have an energy of 20 MeV. But actually the electrons that are coming out of the nucleus in beta decay, they are of energy 3 to 5 MeV. So we say electron can never reside inside the nucleus. So our supposition that we have made in the starting, that if it is available with the nucleus, it gives us absurd result. So electron cannot reside in the nucleus. So this cannot be possible at all. So this again is very easily explained with the help of Heisenberg uncertainty relation. The next illustration is concept of zero point energy. The minimum possible energy of the system at 0 Kelvin. Zero Kelvin. It is 0 Kelvin. This is 0. It is not okay. It is 0 Kelvin. Is called zero point energy. So in classical physics, what we feel at 0 Kelvin, all the molecular motions they ceases. So all the particles they come to at rest. So the energy of the particle or energy of the system should be 0 at 0 Kelvin. But actually this is not true. So there are many points where we need quantum physics, because classical physics does not give us very good results. So this is also one of the concepts related to that. 0 point energy of the particle at 0 Kelvin is not 0. It is having some finite value, and we will explain it with the help of assuming a particle moving in a one-dimensional box, and we will find that the value of the 0 point energy is finite, it is not 0, and we will calculate it in a very simple way using Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So it is also one of the illustrations of Heisenberg uncertainty relation. So consider a particle of mass m0 moving in a one-dimensional box, moving in a one-dimensional box of length L. So we have a one-dimensional box of length L, and this particle is moving. Uncertainty in the measurement of position. Maximum uncertainty will be the length of the box. According to Heisenberg uncertainty relation, so delta P, so it is H cut by L. Thus, minimum possible value of momentum will be, because momentum can have values greater than or equal to, so minimum value is this. The energy of the particle related to momentum as This relation you might have studied in lower classes, p square by 2m. So here we put the value of p. So kinetic energy of the particle will be h cut square over 2 m naught L square. And this energy is called 0 point energy. It is not zero, it is the minimum possible energy, because this is the minimum possible value of momentum. So if we put minimum possible value of momentum here, we will get minimum value of kinetic energy. So Heisenberg principle also supports that at 0 Kelvin, even at 0 Kelvin, the particle is not having zero energy, rather it will be having some finite energy. And for a particle in a box, its value comes out to be h cut square over 2 m naught L square. So this is all for today. In the next lectures, we will be doing some more illustrations or achievements of the Heisenberg uncertainty relation. Thanks for today.